Big ones.
Small ones.
Sensational ones.
Fake ones.
Some as big as your head. So it's good to be back.
Yeah. Been on night shifts, have you?
That's some tough shit. I'll tell you what, it's freezing in here as well. Anyway, Lukaku has rejected the greatest, biggest, most astronomically, financially fantastic offer Everton have ever offered any player in their entire history.
But that doesn't mean it's a lot. It's just more than they've offered before.
Well, this is a weird thing. It's 140k a week. And I've read that.
Yeah.
And I went, that's not enough.
That is madness,
That's
isn't it?
not enough.
Yeah, that's not enough for Lukaku, is it? He could earn more elsewhere, but that's about a fair wage in the current market. I think Harry Kane is probably on around that as well, maybe a bit less. So,
but he has banged in a hell of a lot of goals for Everton. This is a crucial moment for Everton Football Club and for Lukaku as well, because he could go off to one of the bigger clubs. Chelsea have been linked with him. Of course, they sold him for 28 million way back when. But he's got to make a decision. Does he want to be starting every single week with a young, exciting team, or does he want to go elsewhere and back himself, like the likes of Jack Rodwell, Sean Wright-Phillips, and others as well who've done well? It's a tricky one for him. What would you do?
I'd follow the path of Thomas Gravesen, and I'd head to Real Madrid.
Yeah, good shout. Raiola is his agent, and Raiola is also the agent to Pogba, to Ibrahimovic, to Mkhitaryan. So don't be surprised if Man United start sniffing around as well, because I think that is an option for as well. This is a story that is going to rumble on throughout the summer, I reckon. But Ped and Baz, when they heard the news, they must have been fuming.
Sources say Romelu Lukaku will not sign a new contract at Everton Football Club. It's
darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
I don't know where to start, Baz.
Poor Ped and Baz. But I think this whole story has actually it's a minute thing that's just grown something huge, because this all stemmed from a Dutch reporter who asked Lukaku if he was signing a deal with Everton, or if he was reaching an agreement with them. For all of those questions, he said no.
Yeah.
So that sounds bad, doesn't it?
It's not clear.
But he also said it with a big smiling face, apparently. So he's just gone, no. So we don't really know the truth about this.
I mean, no's are generally quite a negative thing, though.
That is a good point.
But what about Bill Quenwright? Obviously, he wants him to sign a new contract so he can insert a £90 million release clause. He's likely to have to sell him for a lot less if that clause isn't placed in. Does Lukaku owe Everton something to allow them to sign a new deal, perhaps add it by another year with the agreement that he'll be allowed to leave in the summer, so that Everton can get what he's worth? And what is he worth?
I don't know. Let us know in the comments below.
So it's the time of the year when West Ham's annual hunt for a striker gets underway, and they've had an incredibly bad run of it. Massively run of it. Since Golden Sullivan took over, they've signed 32 strikers. 32 strikers. Do you want to know who they are?
In the Hall of Fame.
In the Hall of Fame.
Who's in there?
In no particular order. Ilan.
Who? Benny McCarthy.
Mido, I love him.
Freddie Pickwan.
Victor Urbina.
Madibo Maiga, he was shocking.
Wellington Paulista.
Marouane Chamakh.
Wow. Mario Zarate.
Nikica Jelavic, once he was shit.
And Emmanuel Emenike.
So that's a few of the people in the Hall of Fame of those 32 strikers, and only 4 of those 32 strikers have reached double figures in their entire West Ham career. But that's going to change.
Is it?
It's all changing now. It's all moving on up for West Ham, because they're going to sign Lucas Perez from Arsenal, because he's unhappy. He's only played 2 games for Arsenal this year, and a lot of people I always hear troops on Arsenal Fan TV saying, get him on. He should be starting because he's got pace.
That's the go-to expression for any football fan, is to get someone who isn't playing in the team, because that's the way to solve every problem.
Right, fair enough. Maybe he should be the next manager too.
Absolutely.
It's an option. Also, Mandzukic from Juventus, who has scored a lot of goals. He's scored loads of goals for Bayern Munich, for Atletico Madrid, Juventus as well.
So signing forwards from Juventus works out for West Ham, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's never gone bad.
Signing a striker is supposed to be an exciting time for every club. They're the most exciting players to buy. They score your goals. They're the glory merchants. But this is kind of the face, I'd imagine, of Nicky Hawkins of West Ham Fan TV when they go in for yet another striker.
So he's happy though, is he?
Yeah, it's ecstatic. You don't know Nicky?
Speaking of Premier League excitement, West Brom. They're in the transfer market.
Are they?
Yeah, and they're looking to inject a bit of youthful vigour into what is seen by some people as quite an experienced,
Aging
backline.
Yeah.
And they're going for John Terry, 36. He's played a hell of a lot of games. He has been a great centre-back.
Yeah.
And they feel like him alongside Gareth McCauley.
You can imagine.
Perfect.
You can imagine, couldn't you?
Pace.
Pulis.
Raw pace.
Pulis going, I can trust him. I know him. I can trust him.
Imagine that first training session for John Terry, the players he's been playing with. He's the same age of 17, Desailly, LeBoeuf. God, it goes on and on and on, David Luiz, and he's there with Gareth McCauley, and the first one is like, right, he takes one touch before playing a pass. Pulis, John, thought about culture shock. Fucking get it in the corners. This guy grabs Rondon. What have you fucking got him? Now hit it long.
You know, if Harry Redknapp was in management currently, there is absolutely no way he wouldn't sign John Terry, 100%.
He's a wet dream for Harry Redknapp, which is
Absolutely.
a horrible image. I apologise.
Yeah, so he's quite an Asian defence at West Brom, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think the reason for this, it's a marketing ploy. That's
Yeah.
what football's about now. Modern football, business, money. Get the money in. And West Brom, they're not going to get the Nikes or the Samsungs or any of those sponsors. So they've got to look for different niche markets. And I think this opens up a whole new world to them.
What do you mean, James? Like Ovaltine?
Stannis Stairless,
Whatever's originals.
Alan Titchmarsh could get involved.
Wiltshire Meals.
The Warmth,
Saga Holidays.
Battenberg Cake.
French Fancies.
Like I'm saying, there's a whole list of them. It just opens up to them. The money's there to be made. And,
Untapped market.
that would be so old. John Terry's never won, and this is I'm not trying to offend people from Birmingham here. He wouldn't move to Birmingham, firstly.
Yeah.
And secondly, he doesn't want to go play there. He's going to go to America.
It's not actually Birmingham, it's the Black Country.
Same thing.
No, well.
Close enough, isn't it?
And finally, one person who isn't going anywhere is Craig Shakespeare. 3 wins on the bounce, knocking Sevilla out of the Champions League into the next round. It's incredible, absolutely incredible scenes. I mean, you got to hold your hands up. We were wrong.
Could they sack Ranieri less than a season before he's won? He's done the most ridiculous thing in footballing history, probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What? You're mad,
Oh,
mate.
if they don't, it would be the biggest mistake they could make.
What is the point in being a manager if you're going to do something that great and then there's going to be no patience with
It doesn't matter. You don't, as a manager, you don't get to decide what is right and what is wrong. No? Okay, so how about this? Craig Shakespeare is responsible for the league title last year. It was never Claudio Ranieri.
Where are you fucking getting that from?
Look, sometimes the power isn't where you think it is.
Right.
So
So he's
what
been
is it-
backseat driving this whole time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bollocks.
You think that you think that they just the Claudio Ranieri disappears, and then they suddenly replicate the form without Kante that they did last year against very, very good teams in Liverpool and Sevilla. Craig Shakespeare is the reason. I was wrong, I admit it, and I'm sorry.
Do you know he's getting forgotten in all of this?
Who's that?
Claudio.
Oh, he's still at yours, isn't he?
Yeah, he is still at mine.
What's
I had
he
to make a
doing
little
there?
room for him. It looked like a press conference because he was so beaten up about it all. He's heartbroken.
How did he take the result last night?
It was horrible, mate. Hello, mate. Yeah, 2-0. Yeah, he's won all 3 games. Yeah, got the job to the end of the season. Yeah. All Brighton scoring goals. Yeah, didn't concede. So if you're one of those people who do have a heart and do like football, then let us give us your messages of support to Claudio. He's going for a really difficult time, as you just saw there.
And remember, tell us how much Lukaku's worth.
Yeah, tell us that too. John Terry, should he go to West Brom? Let us know about all the stories that we spoke about in this week's totally interesting transfer stories. Smash that like button.
Big ones.
Kick it down. That works, doesn't it? That makes them hit it.
Big ones.
Big like.
Big ones.
Small ones.
Sensational ones.
Some as big as your head.
We've got fake ones. See ya.
Can't end like that, can you? Yeah.
Of course you can.